Hi, welcome to my channel, Zen and Fit. If this is your first time checking me out, welcome. On my channel, I discuss various topics from mental health to physical well-being and also general lifestyle topics. So if this sounds interesting to you, if you could please hit the like and subscribe button and also share my content with family and friends. That helps me to create more videos in the future. I do try to post once a week. Sometimes I may be able to post more often than that, but we'll see how things go. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick video discussing when there is dysfunction in families, how it can impact everyone. And I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This video is targeted towards adults who grew up in dysfunctional families, or as an adult you're currently dealing with dysfunctional relatives or immediate family members. Especially with the holidays fast approaching, a lot of times we may be dealing with our family members and extended relatives, so this particular topic could be relevant to you. So there's multiple reasons why there can be dysfunction in a family. Some of it could be due to substance abuse. Let's say maybe you had a parent or a relative of yours that has an alcohol abuse problem or some other kind of substance use issue. Maybe you had a parent or relative or whoever raised you was emotionally abusive or just not even emotionally available to you. Maybe there was domestic violence going on in the household. So for a multitude of reasons, there can be dysfunction, of course. And this does have a long-lasting, impact on people when you've grown up in households where there's been a disarray, dysfunction going on. For example, in dysfunctional families, it's especially when, let's say, there's substance abuse or domestic violence, aka intimate partner abuse, going on in the household. It affects every family member that's living in that house. And when there's dysfunction present, a lot of times the family may take on roles. Like you may have heard of that you have maybe the enabler. Let's say, for example, you have two parents and they have two children in their household. And let's say the mother is an alcoholic and the father is the enabler. So how this could play out is, let's say the father, instead of him, trying to get his wife help for her alcohol addiction, he's going to the grocery store to help her buy the alcohol. He's making excuses for her at her job of why she's late or why she's missing work when it's really due to her alcohol addiction. That's the issue. But he's enabling this behavior because he's not having this person address their issue. So this could be an example of an enabler in a family. You also have a common role in a dysfunctional family is the scapegoat, which is where you have one particular individual in the family who is usually cast aside and is always blamed for all the problems that may be going on in the family, when in reality, the scapegoat a lot of times is not the common denominator of why there's dysfunction in the family, but they are often labeled as the problem child or the problem person. And instead of the underlying issues getting addressed, whether it's the person who has the substance use issue, or if there's abuse going on, or whatever the case may be, it's like the scapegoat is brought to attention and everything is placed against them, when we know that's not to be reality. So some of you who are listening to this may be able to relate to this. Maybe you grew up in a household where there was some level of dysfunction present. So it's likely you can identify with some of the roles that I have discussed. Another common role you may see in dysfunctional families is the lost child, which is basically the child that is basically ignored, They kind of just blend into the background. No one really notices them. That particular child feels ignored by the rest of the family. And the lost child role, this can not only be applicable to childhood, this also can carry over as people become adults. These roles can persist, just like the enabler and the scapegoat. You can see this still present in families. Even when you're an adult, you still may be seen as the scapegoat, the one to be blamed, instead of actually addressing the underlying issues. So these dynamics don't change because you become an adult. But I just thought it was something to discuss, especially if you have come or grew up in a dysfunctional family, and maybe you still see some persisting issues going on in your family, and so you can relate to what it is that I'm discussing in this video. So I just wanted to talk about some of the roles. Of course, there are additional roles that can be present in a dysfunctional family, but I just wanted to highlight just a few of them. One of the most important takeaways from this video is, if you grew up in a household where there was a lot of dysfunction going on, or are still encountering this even as adults, is that just remembering that you only have control over you. You can't change other people in your family. Even though sometimes we wish we had that power over people, we don't. We only have power and control over ourselves. And so it's just important to ensure your mental well-being, creating healthy boundaries for yourself. Maybe that's even seeking out therapy services to address some of the impact the dysfunctional family had on your mental well-being. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and also share with people you know. And if you'd like me to cover another video on this particular topic, just let me know in the comments section. I do read them. Hope you have a good holiday and take care.